Hello guys, and welcome back to another tiny tutorial. And in this episode I want to show you how you can create simple teeth in a fast way. We all want to speed up our workflow, and I really love this technique because I'm using this on actually every single creature I'm doing. So I'm happy that I can share this with you. And the handy thing about that is that we don't need any fancy brush to download somewhere or to create something to make it fast. We have everything here in Zbrush, and it's just a few steps to do that. So let's begin. So first of all, I just need to turn off what we don't need. And you see we have the gums here and the teeth, and we don't need the teeth as well because we just want to drag something out here. So the brush we're using is the IMM primitive brush. It's a default brush, so you can just find them on the brush section here. So push this button, and then on the top here you can see a lot of different kind of shapes. And I normally, especially for teeth and actually everything else, I normally use the poly sphere here, the very low poly one. So click this, and it's a little bit lighter when you click this. And now you can just drag out all the primitives. So let's do that. You see, you can do that pretty fast. But one thing we still need to do here to make the work a little bit easier. So you can see that all the primitives sit on the mesh. So it is not really sticking into the mesh, what we really need for teeth though, but it's all just on top of the mesh. So let's go back and just make one little thing more. So when you selected this polysphere, you can go under brush, and then you have like this depth section here, and you can see here this little window. So when you look at the line here, just imagine that this line is your surface of your mesh here, and this white circle is the primitive. So when you're dragging this down, you can see that the primitives will drag out more into the mesh, if that makes sense. So let's do that. Just doing it halfway, for example, and then go back to it and drag it out. Oh, and you can see the primitive sticks inside the mesh already, what is pretty handy because we really want that. So just drag this out, and there you go, we have our teeth. Well, not really. So when you're going to the polygroup section here, then you can easily press the Control and Shift button at the same time and go over the teeth here. They have all the same polygroup, like you can see, all the green ones. So Control Shift, go over one of these green teeth balls and push it. And what the Control and Shift is doing is just hiding everything else besides of this polygroup. So now you can easily mask it, and then push again Control and Shift, click, and you have masked it. And now you can just split the teeth, because normally teeth are a separate piece in nature as well, so we really don't want to merge it together with the gum, right? So we wanted a separate subtool. So when this is masked, you can push the split mask points, and you can find this button under the where is it? Under the was it geometry? No, it was okay here. Under the subtools, and we have this split section here, so click this, and then you have like all kinds of buttons, and you can just click the split mask points, and ta-da, all the teeth are on a separate subtool now and not merged together. So now we can work on the teeth actually. So normally what I'm doing is just using the move brush or move topology brush, doesn't matter. When you have all these subtools in one tool, then it would be handier to use the move topology brush. But when you have just one subtool separated from the gum, then you can also use the move brush. So it's up to you. So now just drag everything out, and you can see you already have teeth. You can also make them a little bit bent, depends on in which direction you want to go, right? So you also can use the snake hook brush, but I don't really like to use it so much because it destroys a lot of the nice polys here, like you can see. So I normally just use the move brushes. And yeah, after you just drag them out, sometimes you have them a little bit longer, so the polys are stretched a little bit more. Then I just push the zremesh button. Just make sure it is low enough, so I normally just push the 1. Oh, and you can find the zremesher, of course, under geometry, and then you have here the zremesh button, and yeah, here you can push the 1 and then just use zremesh. If you want to keep the poly groups, you can also push this keep group button and then just push it. And now you can see why is this a separate group? Yeah, now you can see that you have a better poly group, and yeah, you can just move it around more, make it more teeth-like. You also can do different kind of poly groups, like all different ones, or just one for everything. So yeah, this is just how you do it, and later on you can subdivide your teeth and then sculpt over it and make it more detailed. But this is the very basic form in a fast way to do and drag out some teeth. So yeah, I hope that helps, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you like these techniques, and if it's useful for you, because for me it definitely changed a lot when I used the IMM primitives for dragging out the teeth. It's pretty fast. So yeah, let me know what you think, and we see us in the next video.